You're using your iPhone's action button wrong. And let me prove you that in this video. I'm going to share this incredible way of how you can utilize the full potential of the iPhone's action button. This is completely going to change the way you see and use the action button on iPhone. I've done this for myself and it's absolutely a game changer. Yes, we're gonna work with shortcuts, but don't worry. Shortcuts are really easy to use. If you follow my step-by-step guide and advice, it's not overwhelming at all. Let me show you how you can really make your action button useful on iPhone. The action button introduced on the iPhone 15 Pro, it was not on the iPhone 15, so the regular models. It was available on every iPhone 16 model, so the iPhone 16, the regular one, and the Pro versions, and now it's available on every iPhone in the lineup, including the Air as well. On this side, there it is, the action button. I'd like to share with you how you can program it, how you can really make it useful to open just not one thing, but maybe 8 things or 4 things. For this, we need to go into the Shortcuts app. I know a lot of people are a little bit afraid of the Shortcuts app, but trust me, once you follow me along, it's incredibly easy. I'll go through every single step and explain what's happening. It's not overwhelming at all if you just follow the easy steps. So first, obviously, let's start by opening up the Shortcuts app and we go to the library, and we are now where we also see the folders and the different apps. And we just start simply by hitting the plus folder icon here on top, and we're gonna name this action button. Obviously, action button. And if you want, you can add a nice little icon, whatever you want. Let's, for example, do this one, this person, action button. And now we click on our new created folder and we have to add shortcuts in here. I'm gonna give you some examples, some very popular ones that many people are using. To start creating your first shortcut, you need to click the plus icon here on top, and we need to search for an action that when we tap on this shortcut will happen. Nothing special yet. Let's search for silent. So click on silent and then select the set silent mode. What we're going to do here is switch turn and click on turn to toggle. And now what this action will do is when it is being launched, when this shortcut is being launched, it will simply toggle on or off silent mode. So you can test that by hitting the play button in the bottom here. Let's check it first. Silent mode is on here. Boom. And should be off. When we check it, there you see it. It's turned off. Let's turn it on again. Boom, silent mode on. And that's basically our first shortcut inside of our action button folder. Let's create another one. And this has to do with the brightness. Maybe you love to use your iPhone at night to read a book or something and you want to drop the brightness immediately. Simply search for the brightness, set brightness action. So let's click on that. And then we can change the brightness to, let's say, around, I don't know, 5% is good. There you go. And now when I'm testing this action inside the shortcut, you can see, boom, it's going to drop the brightness to that 5%. Put it back on so you can see better. And that's already our second shortcut. And see how easy this actually is. Another really useful one is the voice memos. So in search action, we search for recording and we want to have this one, create a recording. Yeah, if you want, you can change the name immediately. You can just leave it as it is. We will just leave it as it is. This will automatically create a recording when I tap on this. Let me show you how that looks. Boom, just like that, it's gonna automatically create a recording and then save it for you in your voice and memos app. Then a fourth, a really useful one is to immediately launch the document scanner inside of Notes. Let's search for scan, and there you have it, scan documents. It's gonna start scanning a document immediately when I launch this. There it is. How useful is that? So you then can immediately start scanning a document straight from your action button. What I love to do is also add some instant opening app shortcuts. These are really easy to make. Again, we hit the plus icon in the top, search for open app. If it's not there, you can just search for it. Open app, and there are a bunch of apps that I'd love to launch all the time. For example, Instagram. Let's add that. If you want, you can also change this title. That makes it a little bit easier to use inside of our folder. When we tap on our action button, call this open Instagram, just like that. And there it is. We can do that for 3 other apps as well. Let me quickly do that. For example, let's do it for WhatsApp. And let's also do this for ChatGPT. And the last one is for Safari. And there you go. As you can see, our action button folder is done now. We have 8 actions that immediately will be launched when we press on the action button. But for this to work, we first need to head over to settings, and in settings we scroll to obviously the action button. We're gonna search for the shortcuts action, that is this one, shortcut, and we're going to click on choose shortcut, and we have to go to the folder section, so my shortcuts and then my folder, and we're going to select the folder we just created together called action button, and we should be good to go. So now when I press on the action button, we're going to have our menu with all our apps and all our actions. Really useful. And yeah, you see this is a little bit unorganized. We can quickly change this by going to shortcuts, and then we go to our action button, and we can arrange this however we want. Let's say we want to have the silent mode here on top, to set the brightness here in the top right, and create recording, and we're gonna put our scan documents in the right here. And as you can see, this looks way more organized. Now when we launch the action button, you can immediately see our actions like silent and scan documents on top, and opening of every single app here on the bottom. Let's for example open Instagram, boom, immediately. Try that with Face ID. You can see Instagram being opened. Let's say we want to set our brightness to 5%, boom, immediately there. Really useful, incredibly easy to make if you follow these steps. I hope this was helpful. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, like this video if you enjoyed this and was useful for you, and see you in the next one. Peace.